self-determination. There are times ready. You're not you are a sports person. So why would you go in this business? Or you don't like doing this. But only we know what sparks us, and it's that one particular time we take that idea and we build on it, we believe in it. Whether it's success or not, we just have that self-determination. The other thing what I can think of is time management. Whole business to run the other businesses. Just because I lost one side, I become sick because of stress, I lose everything.
Wow.
So I won't do that to myself.
Oh, wow.
So that shocked me. I was like, my God. Yeah, it was like she's just telling me so easily, like nothing
Yeah.
happened. She
Yeah.
was a very
Hello and welcome back to my channel Talk with Taiba. Today I have another special guest. He is an educator, an entrepreneur, CEO of CloudTrek Consultancy and Events Management Company, past lecturer at Bahrain Polytechnic. Research He has done his research work in robotics and artificial intelligence. He has led the largest Toastmaster district in the world in 2016, consisting of 7 countries in the Middle East and with over 360 plus clubs. Immediate past region advisor for region 11 of Toastmasters 11. Please help me welcome our today's guest, Ali Shahbaaz Ali.
thank you, Taiba, for that warm welcome and congratulations to you on for your upcoming book. I wish you all the success. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. So, my book is all about passionpreneurs, people who take their passion and convert it into an entrepreneurial venture. And I was intrigued by your story also because you found out your passion, your interest, and you converted it into a venture. So, people who just really work on their ideas and make it big, I'm really a big fan of those people. So, that is why, it is my pleasure to have you here. So let me explain the format. Format is very simple. Few candid questions, few candid answers from you. And so my first question is, if you take an entrepreneur and if you grind him, what are the top 3 ingredients that you are going to get?
Well, thanks for the question. You started with a tough one because as an entrepreneur, not just me, I'm not a special case, but most of the entrepreneurs or people who are even not entrepreneur anymore, they would still agree with me with few things. Number one, what they need is self-determination. There are times where your friends, relatives, they can come and tell you, you know what, your business is not a great idea, it's not a success, just close it down. You know, they might be like, you are not made for that kind of business. That happened to me. My own close friends told me, you're not ready, you're not uh, you are a sports person, so why would you go in this business? Or you don't like doing this. But only we know what sparks us, and it's that one particular time we take that idea and we build on it, we believe in it. Whether it's success or not, we just have that self-determination. The other thing what I can think of is time management. That's very important. People do say it's your own business, and that's the scary part. Yes, the scary part is it's my own business. It's not flexible. I don't have to get up at 6 a.m. in the morning or 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. But yes, I do know when I get up, I have to do something about it immediately. So this is how entrepreneurial life works. Flexibility is there, but to a degree where I know before the day ends, I need to do something about my business. So
True.
that's the scary part of being an entrepreneur. The other part is willing to take risk.
Yeah.
So that's goes without the saying. I cannot think of any business, even if somebody tells me there's a lot of profit here,
Yeah.
but I have to take risk. Even
Yeah.
that's a risk. So these are the three things I can think of at this time, Taiba.
True. They are very valid points, and I can relate with all the three. I have been through that, when there are times that, you yourself start doubting yourself, and that's when, your own beliefs come in handy, your own determination come in handy. Because, as an entrepreneur, you have to have a very strong mindset. If you don't have that kind of strong mindset, it is just so difficult to go out there, because if you're not passionate yourself, how can you influence others to follow your business, to follow your idea, to pitch in your idea, to invest in your idea? I think that is all the 3 points are very, very valid. The second point that you mentioned, time management, immensely important as an entrepreneur, as an executive, as a leader. And the third important point that you mentioned was risk taking ability. I don't think of any other field than business and entrepreneurship where there's this skill required more than any other field. So all the points were so valid, and I think, yep, these are the three crucial ingredients of a leader and an entrepreneur. So tell me about how you kick-started your journey of entrepreneurship.
Well, Teba, it started back in the mid 2000s where I went for studying in US, state called Arkansas. My family was against the idea because those days in Bahrain itself we had like two, three universities, and they were like, "Why do you even want to go to states? We have good choices here. We have a public university, we have few private universities." But then I said, "No, I will be going there. It's a different experience, exploring life more." So, in one of my university tours, I opened a lab room and I saw Cisco systems. The moment I saw Cisco systems mentioned on the board, on the whiteboard, I was like, what is this? Something created that spark for me to inquire more about it. I went about asking people what is Cisco Systems. They told me it's the largest networking company in the world, which produces routers and switches, and that's one of the reasons why we are connected today.
Yeah.
So exactly, and I was like, wow. I called my family and I told them that I'm going to come back home, and they were so happy. But I told them, I'm going to come. You have to promise me you let me be an entrepreneur, and I'm going to study. So I don't go anywhere. I don't go out of Bahrain. I stay in front of you, but I'll run my own business. I came back. I started the Cisco Academy.
Okay.
It was an academy giving training courses on Cisco
Okay.
systems. And there is where my journey as an entrepreneur started.
Okay.
So, yes, it was just an adventure.
Beautiful. So what did you start with? Was it like you have done research in robotics and AI? So in Cisco, were you working on networking part, or what was it that you were training people?
Yeah, we were training people on Cisco hardware and networking. Those days, we did have artificial intelligence, but it
Okay.
was not a very public thing.
Okay.
Uh, it was used probably in those, big infrastructure. For example, DHL or FedEx warehouse where they need robots to pick up heavy stuff and load it as a test trial. So robotics was still there, artificial intelligence was still there. They existed, but people were not interested, or it wasn't open to public. So
Okay.
Cisco hardware and networking was the big thing those days.
Okay.
Even today, I cannot go and just dial into artificial intelligence. I need some basics.
Yeah.
So Cisco systems do give you basics to advanced courses.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
exactly.
wonderful. That's wonderful. So now tell me, you have been in Toastmasters for quite some time now. So how has that journey of, leadership and being a communicator helped you and shaped your entrepreneurial journey as well?
Well, yes, I wish Taiba I joined Toastmasters before I started my business. That's one thing when I look back, I I wish I could have done that because in Toastmasters when I joined, uh, probably somewhere 2 years after I started my business, so I had those communication skills thanks to my background education, but it wasn't this refined the way I joined Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, I learned communication, different speaking in different time slots. 4 to 6 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, 20 minutes keynotes,
Yeah.
making a business deal, negotiation on the table, managing a tough client, tough audience. You see the packages we get in Toastmasters?
Yeah.
I wish I could do all that with my business clients. So I missed for that for the first 2 years. Talking about leadership, my God, the projects given to us in Toastmasters, for example, being a club treasurer.
Yeah.
As a businessman, if I was the club treasurer before, I could have handled money more easily.
Yeah.
So we get so much for peanuts in Toastmasters, which we can take and apply in our business, in our work, in our personal life. So
Yeah.
definitely, if I have to start a business today, a new one, definitely I'm much more prepared. Project management wise, leadership, communication, taking risk, whether it's a small club to running the largest district in the world.
Yeah.
You want to know how many clubs we were
Don't
in
know.
our district? We
No.
were more than 365 clubs,
Wow. 360.
and we had 88 areas.
Wow.
So there are districts at times with 60 clubs. We had 88 areas alone. So
Oh my God.
the reason why I'm saying this is not because I'm showing off, I don't do that, but the reason why I'm saying that, because our budget was six figures dollars. You see,
Yeah.
so we had to manage all those finances.
Okay.
And if I could do that with my whole team, if I have that big business, it's going to be peanuts for me to manage it. Because
Yeah.
I use Toastmasters the way it should be used for
Yeah.
personal benefit and to spread the benefits to others.
Beautiful.
Thanks,
So,
Saiba.
yeah. So it is so wonderful that how, yeah, every project or every opportunity in communication and leadership that we get in Toastmasters so much applicable in the real world. It's not anything is not theoretical or that you cannot apply in your professional life. As you said, managing the finances of so many clubs and areas, so that gave you a better hold of finances if you now run your business
That,
or anything.
that, yes, it did.
Amazing, amazing. So, you did your master's from Arkansas State.
Yeah. No, I did my master's from Bahrain itself. It's an
Okay,
international university.
okay, okay. And
Yes,
bachelor's
that,
from Arkansas.
yeah. No, I transferred my credits, as I was saying, back to
Yeah,
Bahrain.
okay. So tell us
Yeah.
about that education, that experience that you were outside and how different it was from your country and.
Yes, there was a difference in terms of life, understanding life, running your own routine work. When you're in your home country, it's not the same. There are always parents, grandparents to take care of you. There are loved ones beside you, uncle, aunt, some relative who's coming always to pamper you. But when I went there, the experience was totally different. I mean, it's something funny. What I want to share is, um, I went there in the first week. I saw we were like four students in one accommodation.
Okay,
I opened the fridge on the first day, and I saw there were names written on the milk bottles.
okay.
And I was like, oh, we don't do that in my place. I mean,
Yeah.
friends just open and drink, and I was like, okay, it's fine. So what happened is I got myself some juice, some milk. I just put it in the fridge, and that's it. Um, Later, I saw it started finishing without me drinking. So I was still kind. I was still kind. I went, got some more the next week. I brought it. I put some chocolates and stuff, and it was the same thing. It started disappearing. Nobody's claiming the responsibility. So then I understood every dollar counts. And then you and I started following that practice. Put a sticker, keep it there, and then it was fine. Even on the coffee mugs. So these are small things to big things. If there were four of us, whose car do we use to drive to the university, which is every day 1.5 hour away drive and coming back.
Yeah.
So instead of going in separate cars, we used to decide this week we all go in one car, we all share the fuel. So it taught us so much about life, the value of time, the value of money. When we are sick out there, nobody's there to ask, uh, do you want to have something, an antibiotic or a Panadol. So we I saw a lot of maturity in me as a person, and that experience was valuable. So
Wow.
when I came back to Bahrain, I stayed there for almost a year, and when I came back to Bahrain, my own family was shocked to see the new me. A person, who used to just leave things wherever it was, started actually going to the kitchen and doing utensils. They were like, "What happened to this guy? Is he okay?" So it taught me a lot about life, maturity, because trust me, in anyone's home country, people go mid-age without having a proper responsibility at times, unless they shift out. Maybe in India they can go to one state to another. Well,
Yeah.
that's a big change.
Yeah.
So uh, here I never experienced that,
Yeah.
going out of family house, because um, our country is not as big as few countries I've been to. So
Yeah.
going from one state to another doesn't makes a huge difference. You
Okay.
still feel you are in your home country.
Okay.
So yes, I've been to big countries and I saw the difference. It really
Wow.
matters. Yeah, I think you might have experienced that.
Yeah, definitely. I have been, I travel. My parents sent me to a boarding school when I was in class 12th. I got a scholarship and I was kicked out of my house when I was just 16, 17 years old. So I cried a lot the first time I
Oh
went
my God, yes.
outside. I cried a lot because I was very young at that point of time, and going to a boarding school that was just new was very different for me also. But I learned a lot, and I lived outside for a long period of time. And right now I've come back home because of work from home. Otherwise I was staying outside
Mm.
only, and I traveled so many places because of in India only. I have traveled a lot of places. I went to south for my training. I did a lot of things. So I think it
Wow.
brought in a lot of maturity in me also to deal with people, to just see who's trustworthy, who's not, to take care of myself, to build confidence. And I think, as you said, when you're at home, you're just so much pampered and spoiled that you never just transform in the way
Exactly.
that you should. And it is a very valuable thing that the one experience that one should always have. And I understood the value of my parents and my siblings and my granny when I
Mm.
was outside, because as you said, when you're outside, there's nobody to ask you that how are you doing and
True,
what's
true. Exactly.
that is when you start valuing relationships and your family members and people who are close to you.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, some things were meant to happen. If I didn't go through that 1 year experience, it wouldn't add up to my entrepreneurship skills in the beginning. I
Wow.
would still be that kind of spoiled brat starting a business and leaving for others to manage a few things. What happened is, uh, I made myself a part time student at the university, going for evening class.
Wow.
And in the mornings, during the daytimes, I was managing my own business.
Oh, wow.
So I know as an entrepreneur how tough it was to go to the campus 6 p.m. in the evening. Still, your entrepreneurship mind is working. What's happening there?
Yeah.
Um, Profit, loss. Yet you are sitting in the university and just trying to graduate. And one thing I will tell you, Taiba, here many thoughts would come in anybody's mind. I was thinking, since I have my own business, why am I even bothering to do a degree? Do
Yeah.
I really need it?
Yeah.
All I need is skills,
Yeah.
set of skills to run the business, and that's what I need.
Yeah.
But then I said no. Education is education. It will add on. There's always
Yeah.
take something from there, put it in the business, take something from the business. My answers to the professors in the classroom was based on my real case studies that
Wow.
I'm doing in my business.
Yeah.
And they were shocked at times to see a person of my age answering such real life
Questions.
methodologies and things. So they were like, "How long it's been you're working?" So,
Yeah.
they used to mistake me for my age, and I used to just tell them, I started my business, so I really know what's going on.
Wow.
Yes.
So that's what happens when you start on early. So now my next question is very interesting. Tell me just top three things that you had known earlier before starting your business. One thing that you have already mentioned, but still you can reiterate it if you want. What are those top
Mhm.
things you wish you knew when you were younger about life and about business?
How, as a young entrepreneur at that time, Deb, I wish I knew how not to trust people.
Okay.
Why I'm saying this? Why I'm saying this? Because I was too kind to everybody. Now, and I don't have any embarrassment accepting this. I started my business. I was very kind to the stakeholders at times, business partners, and I just blindly trust them. So I lost a lot of money, a lot of fortune because of blindly trusting people and just thinking that maybe it's I'm going to give my 100% trust and the same will come back from the other side. But
Yeah.
to be frank, the first few years that didn't happen. It was
Okay.
crazy. I
Yeah.
used to get shocks that can this person also do this? uh,
Yeah.
I went crazy. I was like, my God, I was so good to this person. What went wrong? How can this be?
Yeah.
Uh, then one day, one ex-worker in our company who was a network engineer, he
Okay.
left our company,
Okay.
and yeah, he left our company. He joined another corporate, and I met him after a few months. He
Okay.
looked very happy, and I happened to meet him. We spent some time, and I asked him, "What's your advice for me?"
Okay.
He told me the first thing, Ali, you trust people a lot. Stop doing
Okay.
that. It's okay, you are a nice person, but keep business first. If they don't give you anything in writing, don't accept it.
Yeah.
They will make promises, tell them to give you in writing, tell them to show that they are really going to take this commitment and do it. So that's one thing what I wish I knew. The second thing what I really wish I knew was uh, how to hire a cunning lawyer. So
Okay.
what happened was um, my business partner, one of them, had this cunning lawyer always. So he showed to me that he's making the partnership contract for both parties, me and my friends. But
Okay.
actually, he was taking more side of my friend
Okay.
because they were friends from before.
Okay.
So, but when I used to meet him, he never ever showed to me that he's not on my side. I was
Mm.
completely sold by the idea that this man is a very neutral lawyer.
Yeah.
After a few years, when I look at the same contract, I
Okay.
just realize the way he sold the contract to me,
Yeah.
his negotiation skills,
Yeah.
I really thought that, wow, this he really cares. But when I look at those points today, I laugh at myself. I was like, oh my God. My partner used to sit quietly. He used to tell me, I'll be neutral. You both can speak to each other.
Okay.
But today I realize lawyers are very cunning. It's their job. It's okay.
Yeah.
But we need to hire the best cunning lawyer at times who can make sure we are protected.
Yeah.
when it comes to legal bindings and stuff like this in business.
Yeah.
That's very important. I don't mean we cause harm just the way
Yeah.
somebody caused harm to me,
Yeah.
but I believe more in self defense rather
Yeah.
than attack.
True. True.
Exactly. Um, when I see young entrepreneurs or young people even learning martial arts at times, I
Yeah.
always tell them that you learn for self defense, not for attack.
Yeah.
Because yes, so this is the thing. Self defense is very important in business. The third and the last thing, since you asked me three, uh, I would say is not to be very emotional at times. You see, now we were running a training business. There were times where some students would come and not pay on time. It's okay to help, but what used to happen was there were this one instance I would remember. A student, she came, she was probably in her 19 or 20, and she was crying that she cannot pay. We were like, you're almost towards the end of the course. You didn't pay the previous installment. You're not paying this one. So what's the plan? She said that her father is not earning great. He cannot pay. We felt sorry. We said, okay, fine. Since you are towards the end, you just finish the course. You know, what can we do now? It's just one case. The student, she finished the course. After a month, we called on a phone. The phone is dead. Then we called her parents. We had the father's number. The father said he didn't just pay the fees, but the money which he told us, I already paid that much. That was
Okay.
3 times more than our fees.
Oh, so she paid
So
somewhere else.
I don't know what she did with that, but I was shocked. You know, I was like, oh my God, this is our actual fee,
Yeah.
but the person has paid 3 times more to her daughter, so she
Yeah.
comes and pays us, which we never got.
Yeah.
Uh, so having business emotions always is not a great thing. The one emotion we should have is towards our customers, that they get a better service.
Yeah.
If they don't get a better service, there is where we should feel emotional about it. But
Yeah.
otherwise, coming in all these talks, it's not
Yeah.
always a great idea unless there is a genuine uh,
Yeah.
idea. So, as a young entrepreneur, we have to go through all this experience,
Yeah.
which makes us strong today.
True. 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 One entrepreneur or one person in general who has inspired, who has left a deep impression. Yeah.
Um, yeah, one person who has inspired me.
Or entrepreneur who
Yeah, this
has, yeah, who has left a very deep impression on you.
okay, in a good way or a bad way.
In a good way, in a good way, in a positive light.
Okay, okay, because there are in my entrepreneurship journey, I have been seen many different kind of characters. Some were good, some were bad. There is one person. Uh, this was when I reached midway in my entrepreneurship journey. Did leave a good impression, of course, out of the many, but I wouldn't want to take her name because she was a very low profile woman and always not showing that she's earning so much. She had other businesses. She used to be always quiet and let her manager do everything, and she used to manage the manager very efficiently, not leaving him alone, but actually managing everything in the back office.
Okay.
So one day um, she had a big loss,
Okay.
and I was passing by her office. We sat together, and she told me that we had so and so loss. I was like, wow, that's a crazy amount. Um, I just asked her, how come you're so relaxed? I mean, are you okay? I thought maybe you'd be depressed. She said it's absolutely fine with me. Um, I was very much impressed by that personality. So I happened to ask her, how do you manage to do this, after having this big loss? She told me I tried whatever I could. She explained to me the steps she took to try whatever she could to get that project done. Uh, she said nothing else I could do. I spoke to two, three advisors, and they also told me I can't do anything else. So the moment I understood it's a big risk now, we might lose, I simply lost the money. I knew halfway through I'm going to lose it.
Mm.
Still I kept trying. So um, she started telling me very philosophical thing. We have one life. I mean, I have this whole business to run, the other businesses. Just because I lost one side, I become sick because of stress, I lose everything.
Wow.
So I won't do that to myself.
Oh, wow.
So that shocked me. I was like, my God. Yeah, it was like she's just telling me so easily, like nothing
Yeah.
happened. She
Yeah.
was a very strong believer, very strong believer.
Wow.
She told me, one in my um, stress hours. Sometimes I used to tell her that today this happened, that partner cheated me like this. He told me it's okay. Just write a note to yourself. You will not do this again.
Wow.
You know, that's it. Leave it there. Unless you don't want to end up getting a heart attack in a very early age, sitting in the hospital.
Wow.
And she was double of my age at that time. I was like,
Wow.
my God, if at this age she can think like this, then why can't I?
Wow.
So, um, yes. So what impressed me once again was a very strong personality, which can't be broken just because a project is lost.
Wow.
So, in entrepreneurship, we should learn how to recycle ourselves,
Yeah.
and that's very important. Um, there are people who made from rags to riches, then coming all the way down. So we should recycle our emotions, our energy. We should be ready as entrepreneurship.
To take it.
Sometimes it's very funny when I
Yeah.
see, yeah, I mean, it's very funny at times when I see everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but the actual entrepreneur is right here. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's it's not. I lose it, it's over. So at times people start businesses just because somebody else's business is going good. So
Yeah.
they start the same thing,
Yeah.
So and sometimes they start the if it is a shop, they start it right next to that old shop, of somebody
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So uh, yeah, and it sometimes it clicks, it doesn't, but we should be ready. And entrepreneurship is it's just like any company, any of official job we take. It
Yeah.
doesn't promises. Yeah, I mean we can't say we'll be working there forever. It has its own retirement policy,
Yeah.
has its own debit credit. So that's
Yeah.
the way it works.
True. And I'm blown away by the answer that you gave, that, about that woman, that, she said that although I had a major loss, but I don't want to, get myself sick or in so much trouble that, I lose all other businesses. So, like, how magnanimous
Exactly.
is her plan of thought? I mean, like, when we think, we are just so limited in our thought that, okay, if this is over, it's just over. And that shows that,
Exactly.
at what level playing field those entrepreneurs are, who are, playing in millions and billions. They're actually risking a lot of things also, but they know for a fact that even if they lose everything, they have the capability to build it up to that point again. And that's what I think make them
True.
entrepreneurs and so successful in what they do. It's their belief that they can do it again, and they're constantly pushing themselves to do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's a mindset. It's so beautiful. I mean, this is something, there are some answers that just They just go into your soul and they're just there. This is like one of those answers that has gone in my soul and it will stay for a very long time now.
And I really look forward that people who will watch this later also learn so much from it.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much learning that we learn from our mistakes and from our successes also. And I think success is tasted better when there are struggles and things and trials that go that we go through. Tell us about your own few trials that you underwent in your entrepreneurial journey. Some of the trials and
Um,
hard times.
there was this one, yeah, quite a few in
And how did
the
you
early
overcome
days.
it also?
Yeah, what I did was in my first business, which was running, it was almost there for around 13 to 14 years. The same trading business.
Okay.
Before I changed it into a consultancy. So
Okay.
what happened was in the first, yeah, in the first few years, um, we had these two floors in a tower which was taken. One was consultancy and one was the training.
Okay.
So this partner of mine was not a great or very straight person, in business.
Okay.
So yeah, he had taken up some loans in the market, and then we were in the fourth floor. So what
Okay.
used to happen, because of his financial practices, his clients used to come on the fourth floor where we are and follow up with us that where is this man? You
Okay.
see, so we could have easily guided them. This man
Okay.
is here, this man is there, or this is the number you can call on. In the first few in the first few tries, we used to calm them down because they will look on a lookout at times. Where's this person? Is not replying to our calls. Um, in every business, some people have this kind of character, uh,
Yeah.
promising but not delivering,
Yeah.
making huge, big talks, and then you find out it was never like this. This person is
Yeah.
something else. So exactly. So first few tries, we used to calm them down and tell them, you know what, we are a different unit. We are same group of companies, but a different unit. So you cannot come to us. You didn't deal with us. We don't know you. Sometimes they used to get upset. No,
Yeah.
we are not leaving. Sit
Yeah.
on this floor till you bring that guy. So we
Okay.
went through this ups and downs at times, and again, we did not want to disappoint anyone, by saying we could have told them to get out, that's it.
Yeah.
So we don't want to disappoint anyone. So what I did, how did I solve this kind of problem is simply change the location completely.
Okay.
Though it was a hard decision to take
Yeah.
because the place where we were was a very prestigious location which used to attract many students.
Okay.
You see, that's why
Yeah.
we weren't leaving it.
Yeah.
But because of these two, three instances, I spoke to my partner. I told him, you should be around so that people actually deal with you, not with us.
Yeah.
But he still didn't listen. So we had to take that hard decision. Okay, fine. If you're not listening, we change the location. So at least nobody's going to come and bother us just because we are in the same tower.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to let go. We changed the location, and it was very much peaceful.
Yeah.
There was this one time an accountant who lied to me
Okay.
um, about how much it happens that a good entrepreneur must know daily cash dealings
Yeah.
if the business is small, or
Yeah.
hire an accountant who can give them the whole report if there are many businesses. So
Yeah.
there was this accountant, he had two branches.
Okay.
I actually always used to do my own calculation on what's coming in, what's going out,
Yeah.
and I used to check it with the accountant.
Okay.
So I saw a difference between my calculation and his calculation.
Okay.
And he did that purposely. Why did he
Okay.
do that purposely? Because again, one of the same partner I was talking about a few minutes back, who has
Yeah.
really, made a great bad impression in my life. So
Okay.
the same person was having some kind of dealing with this accountant,
Okay.
to release the money to him for some purpose. So when
Okay.
I asked, I told him it's not tallying, he got shocked.
Yeah.
And that's it. We took a decision to remove this accountant and
Okay.
bring a new one. You
Okay.
know, so I took decisions. Sometimes I delayed it, but as I was growing in the entrepreneurship line, growing by experience, those decisions started being faster.
Yeah.
Why it started being faster? I used to filter out the emotions, blind trust, and
Yeah.
just take decisions which are good for business.
Yeah.
So, uh, and this quality of mine has really helped me even in uh, the organization where I belong, Toastmasters International.
Yeah.
There are times where people don't follow rules, be it
Yeah.
for branding, uh, violation of many policies.
Yeah.
So I stopped looking at, is this person even from my own home club or
Yeah.
not? As far as there is a problem, you know, don't do this or you get a warning. So that's how business made me stronger, taking quick decisions. These are just two instances I shared, but there are a few more. So,
Yeah.
but since time is constrained,
Yeah.
uh,
It was really wonderful hearing all of your insights, and you really shed light on how naive people can be when they start totally blind.
yeah,
And
exactly.
they think that world is all roses and flowers. However, it is not so. You need to look out for people who are not good for your businesses, not good for the work that you're doing, and they will put a spot on your integrity also. So
Exactly.
it's very important that even before that thing happens, you just take care, just stop, prevent yourself. And as time passes, I think you mature and you become a better decision maker. And it's all about decision making. Is business is all about decision making, taking risks and taking actions to just take it to the next level. It was lovely hearing all of the amazing
Yeah.
answers that we got from you. Thank you so much. Any last comments for the people who are passionpreneurs who are watching this show?
I would just say that there are times where, as a young entrepreneur, or even if you are 50 years old, if you are 60 years old, you are retired and you want to start a business, so you do fall in the category of young entrepreneur then,
Yeah,
because it's just an idea.
yeah,
It has nothing to do with age. As far
yeah,
as you are of legal age, you can start your business.
yeah.
I have seen people starting business. I know one person, he, he retired at 55
Okay,
and he started a business
okay,
with no knowledge of on how to run the business.
okay,
He was working his whole life, so he started treating his team members or his workers like his team members.
okay,
He used to work with them, and
okay,
that backfired.
okay,
They stopped respecting him. They stopped taking orders. They started kind of bullying this old man.
okay.
So he came to me one day and he said, they don't listen to me. What's wrong? I tell them,
Yeah,
do this. They tell me, okay, I will do it soon. Don't worry, take it easy. They are joking with me when I'm firm with them. I asked him few questions.
yeah,
What was your style of working with them every day? He told me, I used to work like I'm one of them. I said, exactly. So you did all that. Now you're retired. You don't have to work anymore. You know, there's a difference between operations and strategy.
yeah,
So now you have to only make strategies and watch.
yeah, yeah.
If you're going to go out there and work with them, it won't work that way.
Beautiful.
You see,
Yeah,
but for young entrepreneurs by age, it's the opposite.
yeah,
I would always recommend they work few months, if not They are worried the idea would be stolen if I delayed, because many of us think that way. I
Yeah.
thought this,
Yeah.
that if I don't start right now, the idea is gone.
Yeah.
So I need to start immediately.
Yeah.
So uh, there's a solution to this. If we think of that idea, which we think might be stolen after 2 months,
Yeah.
start it, but don't go more than 5 employees.
Yeah.
Go like 5 employees whom you can control, even if you are working with them.
Yeah.
Then it's fine. But if you start a company you don't know how to run with 5 plus employees, there are high chances of getting bullied by your own staff.
True.
If they come to know that uh, this boss has no experience, that's
Yeah.
it. So, we need to be careful with that on how to switch when we are the boss, when we are the worker. So
Yeah.
that mindset is very important.
People management is, I think,
Yes.
one of the key important skill that we all need to have when you are into, when as you go up the ladder. If you don't know how to manage people, I
Exactly.
think it is going to cause a lot of mess in your life and the whole company, because you're trying
True.
to do something, nobody's listening to you. So so I think, yeah, having good management.
I,
No, yeah. Yeah.
exactly. I mean, I have seen children of huge businessmen.
Yeah.
Business is amazing. The
Yeah.
child gets an MBA from a big university, comes back to manage the business, but they can't manage it.
Yeah. Practical skills are not there.
So it's not there, and the right attitude.
Yeah.
Some people think that it's my father's business. I got a foreign degree, I came back, and that's it. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
No way they are ready. It's
Yeah.
not possible. I know
Yeah.
one business where the son of the businessman is actually has gone through different departments from the
Yeah.
receptionist to
Yeah.
operations
Okay.
and now can manage everything. So
Wow.
that's how it works.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. I think, you have to earn your place rather than just, thinking that you will get a degree and then that is it. You have to earn your place in an
That's
organization.
that's
That is so beautiful. I think
true,
this
true.
interview in this interview will open up eyes of so many entrepreneurs who are planning to, do the right preparation for becoming the entrepreneur, because as an entrepreneur, you need to prepare yourself every single day. There's not a time that you can just leave things. You have to be a lifelong learner, keep upgrading yourself, and you should exactly know what do I need to know, because you can't be the jack of all trades and master of none. You have to be master of one, but you should know things
No,
that
another thing.
what exactly you should know, like people management skill, as you said, is I found that this is one of the core skills that's so important. Without it, you'll make or break the business.
True, true,
How to hire people, when to fire people, whom to trust, whom not to trust, because business is all a people's affair. And
true. Exactly.
thank you so much, Ali, for
Yes,
the
it was nice talking to you as well.
yeah.
And I wish
No.
you all the success with your book. And you are doing an amazing job by reaching out to entrepreneurs and making sure they are well polished with their skills either before beginning or even if they have reached midway. Either way, they are getting ready. Like what you said, it is a process. Entrepreneurship is a life. We
Yeah.
cannot say that yesterday I was breathing lightly, today I will breathe heavily.
Yeah.
So it has to be balanced throughout.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Eva. Take care and have a nice day.
Thank
It
you.
was nice on your show. Thank you.
Thank you.